get those drinks over there. I want to go to the park and take a photograph. Hi, my name is David. I'm an accent coach for Language Academia who specializes in the Mandarin Chinese language and accents. Here are 5 quick, easy steps to getting a general Chinese accent for film and TV.
Hello.
Bonjour. Hola.
Namaste.
We are Language Academia. 你好，我的名字是大为. Please remember that these accents for film and TV are generalized and simplified. Step 1. Words that end with consonants. In Mandarin Chinese, words oftentimes end with vowels rather than consonants. Whenever you're saying English words that end with consonants, they tend to be more pronounced. A word like book might be pronounced as book. A word like cat might be pronounced as kata. Or a word like would be pronounced as like. Here are some sentence examples. In the standard American accent, you might say, I got a cat. With a Chinese accent, you would say, I got a cat. In the American standard accent, you might say, I bought a book. With a Chinese accent, you would say, I bought a book. Step 2, TH sounds. Mandarin doesn't have a TH sound. Anytime you're pronouncing words with a th sound in the standard American English, the TH sound tends to be pronounced more like a D. This would be pronounced more like dis. And that would be pronounced more like dat. Here are 2 sentence examples. In the standard American accent, you might say, this is my mother's house. But with a Chinese accent, it would be more like, this is my mother's house. In the standard American accent, you might say, get those drinks over there. But with the Chinese accent, you would say, get those drinks over there. Step 3, time tenses. In Mandarin Chinese, verb conjugations don't exist. A word like walk doesn't have such a thing as walked or I will walk, I'm going to walk, he was walking. Instead, walk is just walk. Oftentimes, whenever you're speaking with a Chinese accent, this sort of grammatical mistake gets infused into the accent where past tense or future tense ends up getting dropped. A sentence like, they played soccer yesterday would turn into, they play soccer yesterday. They play soccer yesterday. Notice I just dropped off the ED from played to make it simply play. I will go to the store tomorrow could turn into, I go to the store tomorrow. Step 4, single syllables. In Mandarin Chinese, words are made up of single syllables. The word China in Mandarin Chinese would be 中国. It's actually 2 words, 中 and 国. 中 meaning middle or central and 国 meaning country or nation. This combination of 2 separate words then creates the word China, 中国. What happens then when you're speaking English with a Chinese accent is that sometimes that single syllable intonation gets infused in the way you pronounce English words. When you have a word that has many syllables, like photographer, might be pronounced more like photographer. Notice that the word is more staccato and there's more of an emphasis on each syllable. Understanding would be pronounced more like understanding. Tomorrow would be pronounced more like tomorrow. Step 5, infusing tones. Mandarin Chinese is a tonal language. There are 4 pitches in Mandarin Chinese. A flat pitch, an up pitch, a curved pitch, and a down pitch. These different pitches create different meanings with different words. When a Chinese speaker then speaks English, sometimes those tones end up getting incorporated by accident into the Chinese accent when you're speaking English. In English, you might say, I want to go to the park and take a photograph. Notice that it's mostly flat throughout. I want to go to the park and take a photograph. Maybe you dip down a little at photograph, but it's mostly flat. The language, it doesn't really matter what your tones or pitches are in English. If you said this with a Chinese accent, it might sound more like, I want to go to the park and take a photograph. In English, you might say, she's in love with my best friend. With a Chinese accent, it could sound more like, she is in love with my best friend. Final examples. Where is the best place to find good street food in Los Angeles? I wish the weather here was warmer. I think I need a jacket. Thank you for joining Language Academia. I'll see you next time. 再见!